Hi, I'm the Beauty Professor, and you can find my beauty blog at www.beautyprofessor.net. Today I'm going to be doing a hair care tutorial based on the request of many of my subscribers. So I am starting in the most authentic situation possible, which is with wet hair. I just washed my hair in the shower, and so I'll start by explaining the products that I use to wash, and then I'll take you through the brushing and drying process and what my hair turns out like at the end. So first things first, I rotate shampoos frequently, but I have a set collection of shampoos in my rotation. And the one that I use most often is the Frieda Sheer Blonde shampoo. It's Go Blonder shampoo. And then I also go ahead and follow that up with the Frieda Go Blonder conditioner. I picked this up at CVS, so it's a drugstore shampoo. It's not obviously expensive in that case, and I've been using it for years, so I know that it's treating my hair well. It's not creating any kind of damage. Now, Go Blonder is kind of a deceptive name because there's not actually any lightening properties in this shampoo. I think it boasts the fact that it has citrus and chamomile. Both of those things are not what I would consider active lightening ingredients, and certainly at the concentrations that are included in the shampoo, it's not really doing anything to alter the color of one's hair. But if you already have a propensity towards light hair, and this is my natural hair color to begin with, then I noticed that it just keeps my highlights alive and does a great job of cleaning my hair, which I like. I tend to wash my hair every day unless it's freezing, and then I might pull off a every other day situation, but most of the time it's daily, and this does not dry out my hair. It does not make it brittle. It does not make it tangly. Well, it's already kind of tangly just on its own, but this does nothing to exacerbate that, and I appreciate that. It's a great smell. This scent is kind of lemony, so it resonates with the ingredients in the shampoo. And I recommend it for anyone who has hair on the lighter side. If they're looking for something to brighten highlights and keep the hair healthy, then this is a great combination. And like I said before, it's very affordable. So this is my shampoo that I'm choosing to feature in this hair care routine. So as I mentioned, I'm fresh out of the shower. My hair is quite wet, and as I've said in previous posts, my hair is very long, as you can see here, and it is thick. I'm thankful for that overall, but it does create some challenges when I want to brush it out in a hurry, especially when it's brush that I love to use is this Sephora Small Detangling brush. And I believe this retails for somewhere near $20 at Sephora. I love this brush because it has these little nylon bristles that have a little ball at the tip, which I think is intact or in place to prevent damage. And this truly does what it says. It is a detangler. Before I go through the full brushing, even though I've washed and conditioned, and that's a must, that's always a part of my process, I'm going to go ahead and spray my hair with the Bamboo Smooth Kendi Oil Dry Oil Mist by Alterna. And this is something I've used for quite a while. This is actually my third bottle. I've noticed that Alterna has started advertising their products in more prominent places like magazines and online. I think Katie Holmes might be the new hair person for this line, but I've used this for years and I love it because it has a delicious scent. It smells kind of fresh, slightly florally, a little musky, but nothing overt. And it is intended to create strong, sleek, frizz-free hair. I don't particularly battle frizz, but this also acts as a detangler, and I definitely need that. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it through my hair. And I get some underneath, a little bit on this side. And because it's such a fine mist, it doesn't leave my hair feeling oily. Okay, and now as I brush my wet hair, and there are schools of thought that say you should never brush wet hair, you should comb it. Well, if I did that, I would need an extra 3 hours in my day. Don't have that, so I'm going to go proceed with brushing. And the way that I do that is by holding it at the ends here so I don't feel the pain. And I'm just going to start running my brush through it like this. And I'll work my way up. Being very careful with the front of my hair, because the fronts of our hair are always prone to more damage. And I'm just brushing through. Anytime I feel like there might be a tangle or pull, I'll always hold at the top, at the base, and then glide my brush through. Getting through here and the under. And just note that my hair was quite tangly because I towel dried it right after I got out of the shower to get rid of some of the excess water. And this Alterna Kendi mist has done a marvelous job of allowing my brush to kind of glide through without a lot of resistance. This feels very, very brushed. And you can see how brushed it is because it actually has movement now. It's not all clumped together. Now sometimes I might, because of time, I might just allow it to dry on its own. And I think that contributes to the health of one's hair. And it also is a great energy saver for the economy of your day. You're not wasting time blow drying. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and give a demonstration for how I like to blow dry my hair. I did want to mention, before I go into the hair drying, that I am experimenting with yet another filming and lighting situation. I was able to get some softbox lights, which are, I think, contributing to a kind of a true to life, true lighting situation. This is pretty much what I look like in person, lighting wise, but it's also allowing for some illumination in the house. And I'm working on a different wall that's got a little bit lighter background. So I'll be interested in hearing your feedback. Yet again, I so appreciate hearing from my subscribers who have been giving me some good suggestions about how to settle into a filming context. So I'm going to be using the Blowout Beauty Professional Hairdryer here. I've written about this on my blog before, and I received this actually from Derm Store to try out, and I really, really like it. It's relatively quiet, and you'll be able to hear it in just a moment. It's sturdy. It's made in Italy. It's got a great swivel cord here. I hang it in my bathroom like this. And it has a myriad of settings, a cold air button, which I don't use that often unless I'm cooling down hair rollers. It's got a high and a low speed, and then a hot, a medium, and a cool setting as well. Also, I find that the air is very powerful on this, and I do need something with great force just to dry through all of this hair. So I find that my hair dries more quickly with this than with other blow dryers I've used. Most recently, the Babyliss Tourmaline, or T3, which I bought when I was in Las Vegas a few years ago. I like it, but I do feel like this has a little bit more power, so it has an edge. I'm turning on the dryer. Now initially I use my fingers to kind of comb through the hair, and you can see it's already creating drier hair. Don't use a brush off the top. It's just too much work, and maybe I'm just not that coordinated. But I will use my fingers to do this, and then I'll show you the other step that I do. Alright, so I'm already getting some dryness in my hair, thankfully. The other step I do when I'm blow drying my hair, and this will be the last thing I demonstrate with the drying, is I flip it over. And this is something my mom taught me years and years ago. It expedites drying time, but it also allows hair, especially hair that's naturally super straight like mine, to have some more natural volume even without using product. So I'm going to flip over. I'll try to get this into the camera. Upside down here. And I'll keep drying. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and then show you what I like to do as a finishing touch for my natural straight hair. At this point, my hair is basically dry, and I would like to note that I was using the highest heat setting, the most powerful setting on the Blowout Beauty Dryer, and I have been drying my hair for about 7 minutes, so not that much time has actually elapsed. So I'm going to go ahead and take my hair at the base here, like a ponytail, and brush through it again. Almost there. You can see it's straight, relatively silky, definitely drier than it was when we started. And there we have it. And there it's moving. So typically I part my hair in the center, and I just feel like that's probably the most balanced look for me. Every once in a while I experiment with the side part, but I have calyx and I think the center part just seems to make the most sense for my hair most of the time. Brush it out after I've parted. And my final step, if I'm not going one step ahead and using curlers, is to finish it with a finishing spray. In this case, I'm using the Bamboo Smooth Kendi Dry Oil Micromist, which is in the same vein, the same family as the Detangling spray that I used moments earlier. This is also by Alterna, and I picked this up at Sephora. So it's an aerosol can. It looks like it could be hairspray, but it's definitely not. And it's meant to just create a nice shiny, glossy finish to one's hair. Because it's a micro mist, it's not meant to weigh it down, make it heavy or oily. And I also like the fact that it controls some of my flyaways, baby hairs that are growing. You can see them there. Hello. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this down, and then I use my hand to kind of just guide the hair in the direction that I want it to go. I'll spray some through here, and a little bit more through here. Use my brush. And this does enhance the smoothness, the silky shine, as you can see, of the hair all the way to there. It's long. I wanted to mention that one of the things that I think is absolutely worth considering is taking a vitamin for your hair. My hair grows more quickly, it's more resistant to breakage, it's stronger, it's just healthier and shinier in general when I take biotin. And this is by Jarrow Formulas. I picked this up at Whole Foods Market, and I think it's probably around $15. You get 100 capsules, and I just take one a day. This is the 5,000 micrograms mcgs, and biotin is a version, I believe, of vitamin B. I'm not an expert in this, but it's, I think, a derivative, and it's helpful for maintaining, as I've mentioned, strength, and it also encourages growth. So my hair grows very quickly, and I do attribute the health of my hair in a lot of ways to the biotin that I take. Certainly, I have parents who have great hair, and I thank them for that. It's hair genes that I have no control over, but I'm thankful for them. But I do my part by taking biotin. And the capsules just look like this. They're easy to swallow because it is a capsule, not inordinately large. And I just take it in the morning with my daily vitamin and whatever else I'm taking for that day, vitamin-wise. I usually take it down with some kefir because I feel like I digest it better. And one a day is all I need of this. But I do notice a marked difference in the health of my hair, as well as the health of my nails, which grow like crazy because of the biotin, and it feeds both your hair and your nails. And that is my hair care routine in a nutshell. It's fairly simple, direct, and straightforward. And while I do experiment with a straightening iron from time to time, and certainly I use my Calista hot rollers all the time, multiple times a week, this is the basis for all of that, the foundation, if you will, with the products that I've covered in the process in which I've used them today. I hope that you have found this tutorial helpful, and I invite you, as always, to please visit me at my blog, Beauty Professor, which can be found at www.beautyprofessor.net. Take care.